Yup, this is pretty bad. Our shulker monster here is, well, not the worst I've ever had, but I mean, it's getting pretty bad. I mean, some of this stuff is semi-sorted, but a lot of it's just, kind of just shoved in here. But welcome back to another episode of AutoCraft Season 5. Today, I want to get our storage system figured out, as well as maybe a fix for our furnace system as well. But to start off this video, we are actually going to be doing a live stream. Because at the end of the last episode, I mentioned that we are doing an AutoCraft stream weekend. And, well, my stream starts in 1 hour, so I'm going to prepare for it, do the stream, and then I'll come back and kind of show what we've been up to. Stream 1 of 2 is now officially over, and well, our shulker monster has increased in size by a bit, but that is mainly because if we come over into the house, we no longer have any storage inside of here. I just kind of replicated what was on this side over here, so this is now also a door. And then in the industrial district, we have added a better portal down here instead of being all the way up on top of the creeper farm. And then we have also extended our platform up in this direction. That way we can get actually started on the farm that we are going to build today, which is going to be a kelp farm. Because kelp, in my opinion, is going to be the best fuel source item because the dried kelp block actually does 20 items in a furnace. Which you may say lava's a little better, but I feel like making a farm for kelp is a lot easier than lava, especially because we can stack the kelp blocks into just a full stack rather than only one item that does 100. Alrighty, the live stream is now over, and if we come up here, we now have a big kelp farm. As well as if we come over here, we got some furnaces working away. I kind of just like spread the kelp that we have right now to make it go a little faster. But this is all set up in the back with auto crafters to fully craft it into dried kelp blocks, which then puts it back into the system. When all of the dried kelp blocks I've completely filled up inside these furnaces, they will end up going into the chest system. And by chest system, I really mean just storage. So this side of the farm will go over here, and then this side of the farm will go over here. Which, by the way, is currently October 1st as I am recording this, so we have switched into a little bit of a Halloween skin. I didn't really want to go for anything big this year, so I just slapped on a little purple shirt and a little pumpkin face, and I think that works. But now that is done, we need to start discussing what we're doing for our storage system. Which, if we come out of the portal, why do we have so many chickens? What? They're even on the roof! Is this just us? Why is there so many chickens here? Is this, oh no, it's even in Calvin's area too. Well, I think I know what to do about this. Well, that's better. Anyways, over here is where I want to build the storage room, as well as I did start marking out the build as well. But this is honestly just like a rough calculation. Maybe we'll go with this, maybe we won't. So I thought that to figure out what we're going to be doing for this season's storage system, let's go look at what we have done in the past for storage systems. First, let's start off on this balcony. If you remember this series, well, props to you. This is AutoCraft Season 2, in which our storage system was right up here in this building, which I will say, out of all these buildings in this like town that we've built here, this is probably my most favorite. And on the inside, we just have 32 elbow chests full of all of our stuff that we had for this season, meaning we went for the more smaller manual form of storage. And that when we could, we would shove a whole bunch of stone, for example, into a shulker box, and that would save on a lot of storage space. And overall, this was honestly an awesome storage room. And then here we are with one of my favorite bases that I've ever made, our castle from AutoCraft Season 3. If we go inside of this build and fall all the way down to the bottom, we are greeted with our storage room, in which for this season we went for the more automated route, where if we come back here, we have a ton of redstone on the back of our chests, which is powering the entire system. Because this system right here is a multi-item sorter, meaning if I open this chest, you can see that, for example, with this one, it was sorting all of our oak items. I didn't end up using all of the slots as we kind of built this storage system a little bit later into the season, but also because there wasn't as many blocks as we have now. But this storage system did have a lot of different challenges in it, because even though I didn't show it on camera, the backside of this storage system was a pain to get set up the first time. But overall, I really love this storage system as well. And then finally, we are here at my all-time favorite base, our AutoCraft Season 4 base, where for our storage system, we nestled it inside of this mountain that we built. which we went for the similar to AutoCraft Season 2 style of having the manual chests. This was also a great storage system, but a big downside to this one is the big open floor plan. It resulted in a lot of shulker monsters. Overall, I think I actually want to, in a way, grab all 3 storage systems and put it into one. Meaning we'll have an automated storage system like in AutoCraft Season 3, a big building around it like in AutoCraft Season 2, and possibly give off a bit of the Season 4 vibes as well. And, well, I guess we have to get to designing a build for this in creative mode, because I have already found the updated version of the storage system that we used back in Season 3. And must I say, it's a lot better now. But before we actually finish the design for the build, I want to upgrade our armor a little bit. And what I mean by upgrading, I mean we're going to go get some netherite. Now, the only downside is personally, I'm not a big fan of how netherite looks. The main reason why I want to get it is for the knockback resistance and for its durability. Having an extra 500 durability on my pickaxe is actually going to be very important because currently we only have our silk touch pickaxe and our fortune pickaxe, as well as only 2 shovels. So to get a total for everything, we are going to need 12 netherite ingots, which is going to come out to a total of 48 ancient debris. And as for our way to go get it, well, we can just use TNT because we have the gunpowder farm. All right, this is about how much TNT we've got. I don't think it'll be enough, but this is what we're going to use for right now. So let's go explode the nether. Should I? Nah. All right, we actually ended up getting more netherite than needed, so we have a total of 14 ingots, as well as 3 left over. So, I mean, if we find one more ancient debris, we can craft another. And I do believe, yep, we do have a smithing table in here. And all right, well, let's get to, no, right, we actually need the smithing template as well. I completely forgot about that. Meaning, well, we need the exact same amount of smithing templates. Let me talk to Geo, because I believe he has said in the past that he could hook us up with a smithing template. Geo has given us a template, so now we can duplicate this to hopefully, well, 14. That's 11, there's 12, 13, and 14. That really tanked our diamonds. But now we can actually get going on transferring these tools. And alrighty, here we go. Let's start going ahead and going through all of our tools here. Now, if you're wondering why we are not actually doing all of our tools, that is because the other tools still need a few more enchants to be put on them. But with that, we actually just got 2 advancements. We got the serious dedication achievement for putting netherite on a hoe, and then we also have the cover me in debris for a full suit of netherite armor, which, you know, with the green trim, I actually really like it. But I think that means we should also eventually put some trim on our chestplate and our helmet as well. So since we did that, we're actually going to have another issue because we just spent most of our diamonds on making those duplicates. And well, for all the redstone that we're going to be needing to build our storage system in this video, I actually talked to Anki to see if we could get the redstone off of him. And well, we can, and it's going to cost us a total of 200 diamonds. And well, after doing everything with the templates, we are down to 94, which means we have to do one or two things. Either hope and pray that we have enough diamonds on our shop that, you know, we'll be able to have enough for paying Anki off, or number 2, we just simply have to go mining. Now, hopefully there is 106 diamonds in this shop. So let's take a look here. Maybe we will have some diamonds. And we don't have any because, well, I just restocked this shop a bit earlier today. So that's why we haven't had any sales yet, which means unfortunately we have to go mining. So, well, let's hit the caves. But I'm not going to show that on camera. I'm going to go mining for about a half hour and see if we have enough diamonds after that. The mining is complete and we are up to a total of 260 diamonds, which means we have enough to go meet up with Anki. Now, what I have done is I did a live stream where we went ahead and we collected pretty much most of the materials that we are going to need, like kind of like the bare necessities of what we're going to need to build up the building over there. So that part of the project is ready as well. But Anki is ready with the redstone, so let's meet up and crack a deal. There he is. Geronimo!
Hello, sir.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going. What's going on? You got some redstone for me?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, 200 diamonds. And you asked me if I wanted to do something a little extra on the side because this was a rush order. This was a lot. I got this done in 3 days, dude.
And you're awesome for that.
Do you realize that many hoppers is 2 double chests of wood?
Yeah, I do understand that, and I will let you know I needed about the same in just chests. So, Rusty's calming.
He's coming to steal your...
No, he's calming. The way he spelled it, it's calming.
Give me 5 hours. I don't have an elytra.
All right, so in that case, I'm gonna pull out my wallet very slowly here. Alrighty, I have the diamonds. Here you go.
Look at that. Look at that. All the beautiful beautiful blue right there. So you asked if I wanted a little bit of a tip. So here was my original plan. My original plan, I was going to bring a book that was completely itemized. And it was going to be rush fee, shipping, handling fee. And I was going to tack a whole bunch of absurd fee to make the price like 900 diamonds. But here's what I want in exchange. I want my entire month's worth of tough up front without cost.
Aha! You could have never... You got both of them. Well,
Deal?
But this is for the entire month. You cannot request any more.
Correct.
Deal.
Done. All right.
Handshake.
Let me turn that off. Okay. Good.
All right. So no, we were just on top of this, but I actually really need to take a look at this. Gio and Anki wanted to take over the Tough Shop for Halloween because after all, our shop is kind of temporary anyway. So they turned our temporary shop into a temporary Spirit Halloween shop, where basically, I believe if we come inside here, yep, we have a barrel here that has pretty much decorations for Halloween. This is pretty sick, and I believe our shop is still back there. But pretty much this doesn't affect our shop behind it, and after Halloween, this just gets torn down and it looks exactly like how it did before. And it seems that Fire has also already come over here and added all the spots. That way we can have the deposits still happen, which is awesome. Which, speaking of deposits, we need to let Fire know that we are giving all 3 of Anki's requests at once. But now that we have all of our redstone, which this is a lot of hoppers and I'm very excited, it is officially time to start building up our storage room. I am very excited, so let's get into this. Well, I tried to do a time lapse for this, but my game kind of crashed halfway through and, well, the replay corrupted. But the whole system is now built. This is the updated version of, like I said before, of the storage system that we built back in season 3. And, well, this thing should be a whole lot faster. And the most painful part of everything is having to set up all the stuff for the comparator signals because, well, we needed to put shears in every single one of these chests. We have snowballs in a lot of the droppers, a mix of them in some others. And another part is we actually needed banners as well. Either way, the storage system as for mechanical side is now completed. What we just have to do instead is build up the building that's going to go around it, which we are going to do right now in the form of a time lapse. This is a pretty big build. Obviously the build had to be on the bigger side because of, well, the size of the storage room on the inside. So I decided to try to give this multiple different buildings and like kind of have like different things coming out. And I think with what came out is really good. But obviously this build is not done yet. For example, if we come over here, the terraforming is, well, floating. And we are also covering paths. And, well, this path just doesn't even make sense right here. And most importantly, as of right now, we do not have an interior. And now we have an interior. Not only do we have an interior, but we also have everything fully configured, as well as stuff already starting to be sorted into our system. And, well, not even started, we're actually fully done. Because if I come out here, we don't see a single shulker box over here, as well as a single shulker box over here. Which, this area looks weird without shulker boxes. I think I need to put something here. I'll figure something out, but that's definitely needing something. But I don't know what. I organized these in, well, the way that my brain wanted to. It was more of just, oh, I need a category for this. Let me put it here. But in this corner, we have all of the types of wood. So we have oak, birch, spruce, jungle, acacia, dark oak, warped, crimson, mangrove, cherry, bamboo. And then that final one over there is going to be for pale oak when that comes out in about a month and a half. And then as of for over here, we still have, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories that still are yet to be configured. Because honestly, I really didn't know what to put there. And then as if for any unsorted stuff, that ends up in this chest. So mainly right now, it's honeycomb, paper, any trim that I have, and just heads. Because there's kind of no point in me trying to sort out heads, because there's like some weird component issue with them, where sometimes one doesn't stack with another, and just it wouldn't make sense for me to try to get that figured out. But let me explain how this system works. So the first step is to come over here to this chest right here, which, well, right now is empty, and that's actually a good thing, because this is the input chest. We can put either shulker boxes or items in here. If it is a shulker box, it will appear in that window right there as it gets unloaded. If it's an item, well, it just gets sent through the system. After an item is unloaded, it starts off by going into this system here. These are just basic item sorters that only sort one item for bulk. For example, we have grass, dirt, stone, cobblestone, and just things like that. Those are the items that we're going to be collecting the most of, so that's why we have single sorters for just those. And if you're wondering why this item frame doesn't have anything yet, that's because this is actually sorting unstackable items. So in fact, I'm going to grab these flint and steel here just to put that there. And then if we move over here, we have a little bit of a control panel. So this button right here completely shuts off the system. I would know this because as I was trying to test this system to see if it worked, I spent about a half hour trying to figure out why it wasn't working. It's because that button was off, meaning I was trying to figure out why the system wasn't working because it wasn't on. And then that light up there just shows that the machine is currently trying to sort something. And because it's off, that means the system is right now stagnant. And then over here, we start with the multi-item sorters. So obviously for the first one, we have grass. And by the way, for every single one of these bulk items, I did also include these inside of the multi-item sorter as well, just in case these get full. But if we jump to the back end of the system, this line of chest right here is how we configure the system. So for example, if I open up this chest right here, which happens to be all of our deep slate stuff, we basically just replace the shears with whatever we want this category to sort. Which, by the way, thank you to Rusty for all of the iron because, well, this was a lot of shears. Because it is 54 shears per chest, and, well, we have a lot of chests. Meaning we have crafted a total of 2,986 sets of shears. But to give a rough rundown on how this system works, I'm going to try to explain it. Now, this explanation may not make sense to some people because, well, I don't understand redstone as much. So I'm going to try to put these in my terms and, well, see how it goes. So once an item makes it all the way across these normal item sorters here, it will end up in this chest. This chest was what makes that light inside turn on saying, hey, the system's actually sorting something right now. Once this chest gets triggered, it will send this hopper off right here, which, well, has some shears and these banners, which these banners are just kind of filter slots. Just like in here, how we use, well, that name to sort out an item. So the minecart will go down this line and make it all the way back up to right here, in which it will fall down onto this rail right here, which will be disabled. And then it will pick up its first item from this chest. Once it has the first item, it will run across this line and come back down to right here, where it will run across the bottom of the chests to see if that item is in one of these chests. And then it'll come across the top, whether it finds it or not, and land right here and deposit that item. So say, in this case, it was deep slate bricks. It'll come down here and it will take the deep slate bricks out of here and then redeposit it as it comes across on the top. And then it'll make its way over here and start depositing the deep slate bricks here. And then it'll make its way along this hopper line to wherever the deep slate happens to be. Now, if an item, say, is not in this line and it doesn't pick up anything, it will still make its way up here and deposit its item, in which instead of going into one of these hoppers, it'll run down this hopper line and go all the way down to this chest, in which where it will run the exact same thing. And then once again, if it doesn't find anything, it'll come all the way down to this set and run it again. The only difference on this one is over here, we have a spot for anything that wasn't sorted, and then also for unstackables. Do not ask me how the unstackables ones work, because honestly, I have no idea. But that's roughly how this system works, which honestly, I don't think I did too bad at describing that. And then actually, I meant to mention this before, whenever a shulker box is finished in there, meaning it's fully emptied out, it will end up in this chest right here. And then once this chest gets full, we can click on this button right here, which will start depositing some shulker boxes and put them into this system here. This system is a shulker loader. This is just a basic shulker loader that you see on some automatic farms, which in this case, say we have a bunch of grass, we can just shove all of this into that chest right there, and it will load up a shulker box, and I believe it deposits into that chest right there. Meaning, well, we can automate that part of the process. But having this build here, well, makes me really happy, but we do need to come outside now because, well, the build isn't done on the outside. Because for starters, our paths definitely don't go in the right direction. I mean, this one literally runs directly into the side of the building. I don't think that one exactly makes sense. And well, this one doesn't run up to the door and it kind of just ends here. That means we need to figure out our path situation, which I think we're just going to kind of angle it that way from here and then kind of just make this all the path. And then this path, I think we're just going to completely destroy because, well, I don't think we're going to have anything off in this direction. And then if it comes down to it, we could add in maybe like a little mini path to add like maybe a little tiny bridge right there as another way to get over to Calvin's area. Which, speaking of, you've definitely been able to notice because, well, it's in the background. I have added a little bit of a fall resource pack, which all it does is just kind of changes up some of the leaves, and I think I'm going to run it for an episode or two, because this pack isn't technically considered a Halloween pack, but since we are coming up on Halloween, I think it would fit, and we can keep this for maybe another video or two. But we definitely need to start getting work on this area over here, so let me grab a few materials and we'll get started. We got a few shulker boxes full of some stuff here. Obviously, this is going to be like mainly for like trees and a little bit of the pathway. The main pallet for the pathway is still over there, and those chests right there, those I haven't brought over yet because those are just kind of community chests for making pathways because we're kind of all using the same pathway. So I'll grab those from over there once we're ready. But first, I want to map out the area. And let's do that via concrete, or really whatever I have the most of. Yeah, let's use concrete. So I want to take this pathway and lead it down here, yet also curve it this way. That way, when it makes it to over here, it's able to go kind of underneath here. Right here, we'll leave probably a mix of coarse dirt and maybe some normal dirt, but this is going to kind of come in like this. That way we still have like the pathway going up to the door. And then here, I think we'll do like the same-ish thing where we have some more dirt over here. And then I think this pathway is just going to come in like this. And then we'll just get rid of this pathway over here. All right, we have a plan. Now let's do it. The pathways are now complete. So this road now comes down here into the entrance of the storage system and then makes its way over here. I have the road stopping right here for now because I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing with this area just yet. And, well, it's also floating. But first, I think we need to add some trees. Trees, trees, trees. Trees and trees. I put in 5 trees and, well, I feel like they fit the area nicely and it like makes you feel more in depth. I don't know what the exact words that I'm looking for, but it makes the area feel more filled in when you're walking around over here. And then I added 1 tree over here and then I just added 1 over there because I want to start adding in a few trees just around the farmland a little bit. Like we may even eventually plop in a tree right there or right here, just to add a little bit more of verticality to these farms. But that makes the landscaping in front of our new storage build done. And before we finish, the last thing that I want to do today, which is going to be our terraforming over here, Gio actually wants to talk in the shopping district. Hey, Gio.
Hey, what's up?
You wanted to talk to me?
Yeah, okay, so I'm opening a new shop, right? It's not completely open yet. I got to get a couple more people in before we can do it. Sign up is right there. The idea is that you're signing up to be pranked and you can prank, but you're also allowing yourself to have the potential to be pranked. So if you're good, if you're cool with being good-natured, it'll be all good-natured. Obviously, we're not going to do anything horrible. But there's stuff in the shop, rare items, and instead of diamonds, they will cost you a favor.
So basically you made a shop that's just, the payment is IOUs.
The payment is you have to do a prank.
Can I go take a look?
Someone else. Yeah, come on in. I just got the stock set up, and I plan to add some more in here later too. Stuff will also change about. You know, like once something sells, we'll have to switch it with something else. It's kind of a first come, first serve.
How much is the candle?
I mean, I guess if you really want it, I could just give it to you.
All right. So basically, to get this right, I just kind of, when I take that out of the item frame, I just have to prank somebody?
Well, the deal would be you tell me what you want. I'll put it on hold for you. You you come up here, solve my riddles 3, aka my little tiny crappy maze. And then you would push one of these 2 buttons because, you know, we have more than 9 players, and it will randomly dispense a name. You take that name, you prank it, and then I'll have like a collections. When you've pranked the person, I mean, I'll have to take it just on your word that you did in fact prank them. I would hope that maybe you'd put it in your video or something, but then after you've pranked them, you just bring the name back to me and I'll like recycle it back through the thing.
So basically, once somebody's name's been pulled, it's going to be a while before their name's put back in?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, signing up gives you access to the store, but also gives you the possibility that you'll be pranked.
Am I allowed to preview items?
How do you mean? Like pick them up and look at them?
Yes. For example, you got bundles down here. Can I look at the bundles?
Yeah, I don't see why not, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fine. I mean, like, this one is a mystery bag, so if you really want to look at it, you can.
Then it's not a mystery.
I won't fight you on it, but I know. So if you want to know the mystery before you buy it, I understand, but
That's like when you go to the store and you're getting like one of those little packs of minifigures and you feel like the inside of the package to try to guess which minifigure you're about to get.
I'm a huge Lego collector, so yes, I know that struggle.
Okay, I would say I'm interested.
If you're interested, is there anything in here that looks like you might want to?
Let's see. I'm gonna say that I'd be interested in probably the bundle of sponge.
That's fair.
Now what?
Basically, I would just put that on hold. I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'll keep in mind that you particularly interested in it. I want at least a third person before we start having everyone prank.
So you'll let me know when I'm safe to pull or to press the button.
Yep, absolutely.
Or do I have to sign up?
Yep. Sorry. Yep. You come out here, paper in the chest, grab one, sign up.
Okay, I named it. Our caps lock was on, so that's why it looks like that.
I love it. Looks good to me, man. All right. Well, I'll keep the bundle in stock for you for sure.
Awesome. Sounds good. Alrighty. Thanks, Gio.
Thanks, man.
Bye-bye. Now that we're back over at the base, let's fix up this terraforming. That way, well, our storage system isn't floating. And that is much better. I had to cut back the trees a little bit, but I just basically smoothed out the land going all the way down to the water. And then we'll probably do a little bit of a beach here eventually as well. But first, we need to figure out what we're going to be doing with this area, which may not happen until next episode. However, we have run out of time for this episode, so we are going to wrap it up here. So I hope you all had a great day or night, or whatever it is right now. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.